I haven't I haven't posted nothing in a long time, and I made a couple of videos that I wanted to post. One was about like Sneeko, saying Red Pill is finished, and another one was about Sexy Red. But I don't think I'm gonna post them because I just don't. I made them so when if I don't post something immediately, I just don't care about posting it again, or don't care about giving my opinion at that point anymore. Because like I don't know, I grow and I change. And once I look back at the video, or like I don't even gotta look back at it for real. I know like I don't feel like posting that for real. Like I could make something better right now. So yeah, Red Pill is kind of dead, but it's never actually gonna die for real. So niggas saying that is kind of stupid. But at the same time, I'm glad he said it because it's helpful to help younger people move forward because a lot of younger people look up to him, and they're very impressional. Impress what is it? Impress You feel me? It's easy to imprint them in a way. Like once you start talking, they look up to you, they immediately start like becoming, a idol, a fan, and they'll stop using their brain and listen to everything you say. In terms of Sexy Red is destroying the community in a way, but at the same time, you can't expect someone who comes from a certain area and comes from a certain background to, be able to, I you feel me? You know what I'm trying to say. You can't expect a lot from her given the background that she's coming from. All you can hope for is that now that she's made it out, that she, you know, gets educated, looks things up before she speaks on certain things. And, that's all it is for real. Can't wish for more. But this video today, I've been chatting, is already 2 minutes in. This is a video by Diana Marie. It blew up a little bit on YouTube, kinda. And it's how are we all affording life right now? And this is a real question, you feel me? Because how are niggas affording, like, shit is getting really expensive. Like, I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing. I'm going to say it straight from my shit. Shit is getting mad expensive. Feel me? I trapped myself in a bad deal, first of all. Like, if I didn't buy this car, bro, I could have had a crib. And that's one advice tip I'll give you. If you're, getting out of college right now, or like you're young, I would advise you, well, not right now because interest rates are crazy, but like if you have a little bit of money set aside, try and look into a house even before you decide to get your car. If you could get to work, or if you're working remote, don't focus on the car first. Yes, a car is good because it gets you to where you need to go, and it can help you get cheeks, if you're a guy. And a girl, the same thing, because girls want to get around too, you feel me? But like at the end of the day, having your own place, most of the times, it just feels better in general, even if your home situation isn't bad. Of course, I advise living at home if your home situation is just perfect and your parents are actually cool. But like that peace of mind of having your own place is probably better in the long run, and it's actually it's going to be worth more in the long run than your car ever will. So I advise getting like a little townhouse, or like something cheap. You don't have to run it up, but at least it's like decent, and you could live there for a little while, and eventually you could either rent it out or you could sell it, get back your investment, go buy whatever, once you get your boo or whatever, or whoever. Or if you see something you want to upgrade to, you could use that money as a down payment towards something else that you really like. Whereas a car, that shit loses value. You're likely to get in an accident because you're a young driver. You lose that first car, now you're in the debt, or you get in a hole if it's your fault, and it just goes downhill from there, and it sets you back in life. And so that's why I wish I didn't buy a car, because I've been working from home for a while now. I don't necessarily need a car. I could take the bus and the train to a lot of places that I need to get to, and having a car just to be able to go clap some cheeks is not that important to me. Like I could have had a crib and had Shorty pulling up to the crib. Like I got my own crib. You could come whenever type shit. You feel me? Or like I'm gonna take the train and we could vibe in the city and then pull back up to my place. You feel me? Shit like that. You feel me? But I'm getting off topic. But shit is mad expensive. My car note and my insurance is basically the price of a damn rent. Like almost damn near rent. Plus I'm helping out here and there with bills and stuff. Like one paycheck be done by the time you already get it. not much discretionary spending. On top of that, I got student loans. So if you got student loans too, tight situation because those are starting back up right now. Yeah, and it's like one job is is feeling like it's not enough. Like you really gotta have two jobs or like, and shit is crazy because I almost make basically six figures. You feel me? I basically make six figures, and like it's still not really adding up all the way. But and I try to cut back on my spend. Like I really only pay the bills. Occasionally I might buy a little shirt or a little something that I need, but like I'm going really in depth here into my life. You feel me? Because I just want to get y'all the truth. But like, how are niggas affording this shit with just one job? Unless you work in computer science or IT, or, and I even work in IT, but like, unless you making like 150, 170, 180, like, and unless you have no bills whatsoever, like, because right now, if you know, within a year, my car will be off, and then I think I'll be good. I'll be able to buy a crib, but still, it's like shit is mad expensive for no reason, and shit is getting more expensive, and interest rates are going up. So I wonder, like, people who aren't even touching, come close to six figures, like, how are you making it? If you're only making 50, 60K, like, how are you surviving if you got a car note or you got some bills or you got your own crib? Like, how are you really like shit? 50, 60K, you could barely even afford your own crib at that point. Like,
How are we all affording life right now? Like gas, groceries, rent,
go to the grocery store, you spending 100 off it, maybe 150, and barely even coming home with nothing for real. Just to get a pack of water, a 3 pack of Poland Spring, that's $10 right there. That's crazy.
childcare,
Childcare is
interest
ridiculously
rates are going
expensive.
up,
That's why you need grandparents.
inflation. Literally, it feels like everything is going up besides our.
And that's why you need two jobs. That's that's what that's where I'm going with it. Feel me?
And I don't even think that you
Like,
have to be a single parent to be feeling the squeeze. Like, I've been snooping
yeah,
around
no.
online and see
There's
that,
people who are
single people
together. Like I said, there's people who are together who still not even touching six figures. You feel me? And they're probably feeling the squeeze because now both of them need a car, so they're basically in the same position as someone who's one person. You feel me? Which is crazy, right? But
are feeling the squeeze. They don't even have kids. Two income households are feeling the squeeze. And it's like the world is changing, but when it comes to finances, I'm not quite sure if it's changing for the better. Like adult kids are having to stay home a lot longer, and it's not because of a personal choice. Like they literally cannot afford to get their own place right now. People are holding off
yeah,
on having children, or just flat out making the decision to not have kids at all.
exactly. Like if you're in a bad situation, how can you even afford a child, even if you wanted one? Like it's like, and no one, a lot of people don't want to bring their child into, a situation where they're already suffering. Like, you feel me? So it's like, why would I even have a kid right now? Like me personally, I would not have a kid right now. Maybe in another year or two, but I would need to at least have my own bread. You feel me? Like can't have a kid without having at least your own crib, and then you gotta factor in now you paying for a crib, but you also gotta pay for the expenses of your actual child. Like, and if you don't have help, that's even worse because now it's all on you and your partner, and then that's stressful. Now y'all both stressed out trying to make ends meet. Like that's not a good look.
All because it's so expensive right now. And it's kind of discouraging. So what can we do?
Very much so.
What's up, y'all, and welcome back to the channel. I don't think that it is any surprise that life is really, really expensive right now. Like, it's getting really difficult to.
And it's getting worse, and it's gonna keep getting worse if they keep like, you feel me? It's really a few people causing it to get worse. The more, I mean, the more they talk about this soft landing thing, like honestly, it's just like they're trying to prevent a recession, but at the same time, it's like it's is making shit like is making everything more expensive. And the fact that shit gets more expensive and it doesn't come down, even if they like lower inflation, prices aren't coming down. They're just gonna stay where they're at. You feel me? Like all of these vendors and stuff, they're seeing that they can charge these prices, and that's why that's why all these companies are getting like record profits and all of that. But people are still fucked because like no one's getting raises for real. Like you takes a year just to get a raise unless you get like a good ass promotion. And the main people who are raking in the cash are already the people at the top, and they're not leaving their position to give it to no one else when they could keep raking in the money. You feel me? So it's like, why would you leave a good situation? Like those people who are good, they're not leaving. And like it's not like they have multiple positions where they could put multiple people, and the people they got in is gonna stay there until they leave. And then like they're gonna choose someone else who's already like up there basically to come fill their spot. You feel me? And that's how a lot of these companies work. Like if you're not already like up there or close to that position, like you're not getting it. It's going to someone who's already up there, and they might already be good. And so that's why there's a lot of people who are stuck in like the basic type positions at certain companies, because it's like it's just not gonna go to you. Like you're gonna you're gonna have to, I don't even know. You're gonna have to prove that you deserve it. Like really, really prove. But yeah.
To save and
Or leave and go to another company and keep. That's one thing. Job hopping can get you to where you want to go faster than staying at one company sometimes. If especially if the company just doesn't, acknowledge the work that some people put in.
invest for our future, which is, the number one advice that everyone gives: save and invest for your future. And
As you should. You should always get the company match at whatever job you're at. Even if you're struggling, company match is free money. So you should take it, and it's only a couple of dollars out of your paycheck. Like you're not gonna miss it for real unless you're already like dead broke. But even then, it's like you should get the free money. It'd probably help you out more in the future than if you got it now. You feel me?
it's really, really hard if you're a parent to do that for your kids right now. And while I would love to give you some life changing tips that could just help you soar throughout these times, we're all just trying to survive. And I feel
For
like
real.
everyone has such
My life changing tip is if you got a good situation right now, all you gotta do, or what you need to do, keep searching for new opportunities that are better, and just be a scavenger, bro. Like really, you just gotta be a fiend. Like any type of money opportunity or any way in which you can further your progression, you gotta take it. Any type of risk you can take, you gotta take it. If you could work two jobs at the same time and finesse. Get your work done so you don't get fired, of course, but finesse. You feel me? If anything you can do to finesse your way into getting the bag at this point, you gotta do it. Besides like stealing and shit like that, because I'm not gonna condone that. But like, you feel me? What you gotta do at this point. Like, if you can't survive, like you gotta eat. Like if I can't survive, if I can't eat, I'm eating off your plate type shit. You feel me? Like,
a unique situation, and maybe not unique, but just their own personal situation, that it would be really hard to give like these tips and think that it would apply to
everyone.
everyone.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to be kind of talking through
Your
what
experience.
has helped me stay afloat right.
Yeah, yeah. You could like, if you listening for real, like, you could just know what someone's about to say next. It's crazy.
Now, and just some really realistic tips that will just help you during these times maintain what you have accomplished this far. First and foremost, you are not a failure. You are not a failure. I think it's really important to say that and start off with that, because I see just a lot of
Whoa. My phone just disconnected a while ago. I was wondering what the hell happened. If it froze, I'm gonna have to cut. I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna cut that out. I might not cut this part out, I'm gonna have to cut that. My phone fucked up.
Of comments from people who are feeling so down about their situation. But if everything is going up except for your pay, then obviously that's going to make it very
That's a
difficult for you to
problem.
progress financially. So it's
That's a
really
problem.
important to talk about this. And the generic stop buying $5 coffees is just not going to work right now.
Yeah, that's not doing nothing. Like that's bare minimum. Like a $5 expense. Like what you should stop doing is don't buy no expensive $100 clothes. You feel me? No $200, $300 this. Cut that out. That shit is crazy. But yeah, cut all your expenses except for the necessary stuff. Maybe treat yourself to a little shirt or a little hoodie that's not crazy expensive every month. And coffee is not gonna change nothing. You get a $5 coffee. I mean, if you get one every single day, I'd say chill out with that because 5 times 30, that's how much is that in a month? That's $150 a month. You don't need to be spending $150 on coffee in a month. Don't get coffee every day. I think that's retarded. Drink water. Learn how to drink water. Feel me? And get through life without a stimulant. You know what I mean? It's not necessary. And if you're not making it through life without that stimulant, like you need to probably reevaluate your life first of all. That's what I think personally. You know, that's just me because I don't really do the coffee.
And that is coming from, I don't even know what to call myself, an ex personal finance creator, will concerning the Instagram world. It's going to help in some way. It's going to help you establish that discipline that you need to stay within whatever amounts that you've budgeted. But when it comes to actually like being the deal breaker, a $5
I think the smartest thing you can do is just really just cut it from the source. Like you know how smokers just like some of them quit cold turkey. If you're struggling and you got a lot of expenses, just cut everything off. Everything unnecessary, just cut it. When you get your paycheck, don't even look at it. Don't spend nothing. If you got food at home, eat food at home. Watch some shows on the TV. Don't go outside. You feel me? Just fuck outside. Fuck outside right now. You struggling. Why are you outside? You feel me? Like go outside, go to the park or something. Like go for a picnic. Like to do the frugal stuff. Like you really don't have to spend crazy amount of money and go to the club and buy drinks every night. You feel me? Unnecessary shit. You feel me? And it's not, yeah, you feel good in the moment, but like you probably feel better at the park or even at your crib playing games with a couple friends. You feel me? Like, or at the park with a girl that you really like. Just paint on a canvas or something, or look at the trees, or like talk, watch a movie, like simple shit. You feel me? But
coffee, sis, is just not going to help you progress right now. It's not going to make that much of a difference. And focusing on the big fish, not the small fish, is what I would always number one recommend. And when I say small fish, I'm talking about, hell, a
coffee.
$10 subscription,
Yeah.
your $5 coffee here and there. Now, if you're
Keep the gym subscription. Go to the gym because that'll enhance your life. You feel me? Like if you have a gym, been enhancing my life. I feel better going to a gym. You feel me? I went to the gym today. I'm trying to get brolic. You feel me? Like I've been saying it for a while, but I fell off. Last 2 months, I've been pretty consistent. I'm trying to go like every other day, basically. And I'm not going to stop. I'm just going to keep going until whatever. But like, yeah, if your situation is bad, start doing healthy habits. You feel me? Like that's going to help really improve your situation. And you're going to realize like, if you're constantly busy, you're going to do less spending. First of all, that's another thing. Keep yourself busy.
spending maybe $10 on coffee every single day, yeah, that can turn into
I'm over here giving advice like a video when I'm talking about shit being too expensive, but shit is still too expensive. But at the same time, like, you just gotta do our best with what we have and manage it. Other than that, I say work or find a side hustle. Like, that's really all you can do right now. Cause shit is not going down.
big fish. But if it's every so often, it's probably not gonna make that big of a deal. And we'll circle back to coffee in just a minute. And big fish, I'm talking about the expenses in your budget that are taking up the most room. I'm talking about rent, maybe your large debt payments, your car, and things like that. Those things are really going to move the needle. And that was something that really helped me during my first debt-free journey, was stop spending all of this time nitpicking over the small fish
Hmm.
and really focus and hone in on the big fish, because that's going to free up the most money in my budget, so I can apply those funds to things that are going to help me progress faster. And then that way I could actually keep my small fish, like my coffee here and there. I didn't have to give that up, and I just feel like right now it's just
Yeah,
it's so easy to get
that's
caught up.
how we feel when you, I mean, when you stressing about this type of stuff. It's just you really gotta take a breath and like, yeah, it's a lot.
Up in like mass hysteria. There are so many stories about, job loss and
Yeah,
groceries and tipflation and
my company just had a layoff recently. Like, people are losing their jobs out here, and like companies are cutting back on expenditure and stuff like that. Because it's getting harder to actually make money, or like they're still making money, of course, but like the expenses that they have aren't, they're still high. And so like even when a company is laying people off, they're hiring people. So it's interesting, but like you gotta realize if you're cutting back and other people are cutting back, these companies gotta cut back too,
things like that. And it can
regardless of having record profits. Even like is just if regular people are cutting back, you should expect to see it in other places too.
it can be really easy to lose your grip when it comes to social media, because we are exposed to so many different fear-provoking stories, and it can be easy to feel
Yeah, you got fair provoking, and then you got other people flexing. So
like there's no hope. But here I just hope that I offer a safe space for you to have a little glimpse of hope and light in your life. And I hope that me sharing my story, whether it's the ups or the downs, can help inspire and motivate you, and give you a different perspective than maybe some news article. But anyway, yes, I recommend
yeah, let's get back.
day out, right? Things are going up. Your income is not really going up much, I'm assuming. And on your back, right? Everything is taking away. And me saying stop buying $5 coffees to save hell $50 a month, or whatever it is that you're doing that brings you joy in your present, that may be the only time where you're feeling any type of joy, any type of fulfillment, where you're feeling like, you can actually enjoy the fruits of your labor. And
Which is spending. A lot of people, yeah, there's a lot of people enjoy the fruits of their labor by spending it.
my little trips to the coffee shop, those were my little zen moments. What is the point of continuing on if you just feel like, you're the harder you work, the more you're going to have to give away? Like, you have to take yourself Reddit and everything about how everyone is hiring, but no one is really hiring.
Yeah,
There are
yeah,
people who have master's degrees and years of experience.
yeah. I've seen all of that already too. What I said is what I said at this point. Like what I said is, you feel me? Either you cut back or you gonna get cut up. You feel me? By your expenses. But like really, it's just about managing time and expenses, and making sure you don't go over what your monthly is, because a lot of people don't even know what their monthly take home is. And so you gotta factor in your monthly take home, take away the bills, and what you have left, you need to try and save as much as that as possible. That's all it really is. And all the extra bills and stuff, like you can kick those to the side, or like make sure you pay down like all your credit cards and stuff, because you don't want to be paying extra money that you don't have to in interest on credit cards. In terms of student loans, that shit is just like if you have a lot, it's just like impossible. So you might as well just pay the minimum until you get forgiveness. And then whenever you get that forgiveness, just hope that you don't have to pay a huge tax bomb or whatever. But yeah, this is my advice. There's more of this video. I will link it in the description. You can watch it. But I feel like she's probably going to just somewhat repeat herself throughout the video. And that's all I got to say about this. But it's hard right now. Me personally, I feel it. Shit, if I could work 2 jobs, if I could, I probably would. But and if I did, it would turn my life around. I'm not gonna lie. If I could work 2 of the what I do right now, I would be making like well over 6 figures, like ridiculous bread. But that's in the works here and there. If it does happen, it happens, and cool. Y'all will probably see it on the channel, because eventually I wouldn't buy a house though. If I did that, I would not buy a house, because I just don't see it me being able to sustain that very long. You feel me? Or like I would have to find a way to try and sustain it, to make it like be possible, like, because it would be a lot of work. But that's all I gotta say. Like, if you gotta find the ways to get out of this, because there's shit's just gonna keep getting more expensive. So if you can work your ass off to get out, get out. But at the same time, don't risk your health at the same time. Like, if it's really gonna be a detriment to your health, because I kind of did that at one point, working overnight shifts. You don't want to do that. Like, you want to still be able to get 8 hours of sleep, but like, if you can finesse, find a way to finesse, because shit is not getting less expensive. So you either gotta make more money or you gotta cut all your expenses. That's all I gotta say. Thank you for watching. If I can find more videos, or sometimes I can't formulate the thoughts of the videos that I really want to create, and so I end up watching videos like this. And I just haven't seen a lot of videos that I even want to talk about, or things that I even want to, like, sometimes I have things I want to talk about, but I just don't know how to really formulate the video. So I end up just not making it. You feel me? So, but yeah, that's all I gotta say. I'm not gonna drag this out too much longer. You feel me? Thank you for watching, especially if you watched all the way to the end. I really do appreciate that. Like, you're a different type of person if you actually watch the whole thing. But I really do appreciate that. And if you found any of my advice or anything I said, like, you feel me, if it resonated with you at all, let me know in the comments. I do appreciate that.